Hey everyone, welcome to Just Us Bros podcast, where we talk about all your favorite fandoms. It could be video games, movies, even TV, manga, comic books. Who knows? But anyway, I'm Hokey Joker.
Green Lantern.
And Badger.
And well, as if you guys saw our last video, Badger is not available to podcast with us because of some internet issues. So glad to have you back, Badger.
That's what she said.
Okay, everyone, before you put that turkey in the oven, before you put the macaroni with the cheese, before you slice into that pie, or maybe even afterwards have a bourbon or something, you got to look and think, man, this is really nice for someone to welcome me into their home, or vice versa. I love all my family and friends, and that's why I wanted to host. The question is posed because we are nerds. Who do you think would host the best Thanksgiving dinner? From DC, Marvel, somewhere else. What are you guys thinking? Let's go with Marvel first. Who do you think would host the best Thanksgiving in the Marvel, in the Marvel world?
I think Tony Stark would host the classiest Thanksgiving. I don't know if it would be the best, but he's definitely got the funds to have a pretty fancy shindig.
Yeah, I agree. Because, a Stark Thanksgiving is going to be like a friggin' mansion party that goes on all night with food that's like endless and entertainment, obviously.
Yep.
And a lot of alcohol.
Views of the ocean or wherever it's at.
But that's good if you want to have a big Thanksgiving with all this stuff. But if you wanted a classic one, I think you could go with Steve Rogers. He would have a good old fashioned American turkey.
Get that? Could you try again?
Steve Rogers, Captain America, would throw a very nice rustic classic Thanksgiving in my mind.
And I also could probably fit only like 12 people in it.
Siri disagrees with me.
So who all do you think would be at Captain America's Thanksgiving? I mean,
obviously Bucky.
He could probably lend a hand.
Yeah. Falcon, probably Tony Stark, because someone's got to be the drunk uncle.
What about Nick Fury?
Of course.
Nick Fury would be there uninvited.
Another Marvel, I guess you would say, family that I would love to go to a Thanksgiving dinner for, because I think that was a great one to be Professor X at the X Mansion.
Oh,
yeah, because you got all those students there, and some of the veterans, and of course, who wouldn't want Wolverine to carve a turkey for him?
Yeah, you could also do that with the Fantastic Four. Reed doesn't have to ask for someone to pass stuff. Oh, this dish is a little cold. Here you go, Johnny. Who would host the worst Thanksgiving?
Still in the Marvel universe?
Yeah.
Oh man,
sure.
Spider-Man. He is broke.
No, he would host the saddest one because he wouldn't have any really family there.
Yeah, that's true.
He wouldn't have any food. You'd have ramen, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Think about Blade. Who would he have at his Thanksgiving dinner?
Dead vampires. Well, there are.
Who would he serve at his Thanksgiving dinner? Or that would be the perfect trap and put garlic in the mashed potatoes.
It's true.
Very true.
Okay, moving on across the border to Justice League world and DC Comics. Who do you think would host the best one?
And by the way, you got to check out my wonderful background. I don't know what comic this is from, but it looks like you got some Harley Quinn hanging out with some Justice Leaguers and some JSA, and I see some Doom Patrol. So that's a very merry Thanksgiving. I was going to say the most Dominic Toretto, because it's all about family, would be Batman. I mean, because you got the whole Bat family there. And even extend it probably to Superman, his family, Lois, and the Kent boys, whichever universe you're talking about. But Batman could also I can see Batman kind of being a downer too. So I don't know. Drew, you want to add your thoughts on that?
Well, I was going to say I wasn't going to say actually Batman. I was going to say if just in the DC universe, Bruce Wayne would be able to throw a massive, awesome one. But of course, we probably wouldn't get invited to it.
He'd kind of be the DC equivalent of Tony Stark.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I think Superman, just like Captain America, would have that rustic sort of country farm feel, because if Martha Kent didn't teach him how to fry a turkey or bake one over however long he's lived there, come on, he's learned how to cook. But I would throw this out there. I would say it's between Aquaman and the Flash. What's that? You want oysters or clams or crab legs at Thanksgiving? Aquaman can bring them. Or if you're looking at the whole table and dish and it's just full of food from around the world from all the speedsters, because you know they got to keep their caloric content up high. So you could eat for days there. That's my thought.
I like the speedster thing because I mean you could have the whole Flash family there. Barry.
I don't know if I'd want the
Bart.
whole Flash family there though, because they need to eat a lot of calories, and they probably eat all the food before I can even get a chance to see it.
That is very true. We'd be ready to dig in. They'd be done.
Yep.
Hey, but it gives you the best spread.
And that is also what she said.
Which
How about
one do you think?
villains?
Oh,
Like who do you think out of the Legion of Doom would put on the best Thanksgiving dinner?
the one that you wouldn't mind going to.
Yeah, obviously, again, Lex Luthor would probably, because of his funding, have the best party. But who would you actually want to go to? Would you want to go to the Joker? Would you want to go? I mean, I'll give
Black
you
Manta.
Condiment
Honestly,
King.
Condiment King. Is he even
Yeah,
in the Legion?
I'm just saying, you have condiments, you might as well have something to put them on.
It's very true.
You know,
Calendar
honestly,
Man.
Condiment King, Calendar Man. What are you doing? The one that I would want to go to, I'd be interested to go to, would see how Joker would handle a Thanksgiving dinner and who would he even invite besides Harley, if he even invites Harley. But I think that he would throw a dinner that would scare me probably, but also entice me to want to go to see what he would do.
Bizarro.
Everything's backwards. The turkey's cold. The beverages are hot. Your tea and wine are burnt
Boiling.
hot. No, you'd have unmashed potatoes. You'd have cheese and macaroni.
Cold turkey.
That would
What
be
about-
a pretty funny one.
I'm just saying, Calendar Man. He's got it marked on his calendar, so you know.
How about well, if we're going C-list villains, how about Victor Zsasz? Would you want to go to one with him?
Oh heavens no! He might think I was a turkey and try to carve me.
Oh heavens, no! I declare. Well, who's the villain in Marvel that you think would host the most interesting one that you'd like to just peek in the window of?
Most interesting.
Who's the energy vampire from Spider-Man?
I can't think of his name.
Energy.
You guys
Sorry, maybe.
Is it
You mean
Morbius?
Electro?
It's not Morbius. There's somebody else that he was jumping the multiverses, killing different Spider-Man by sucking in their energy. And when he fought 616, he popped his eye out and ate it.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I have to do some research because I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Craven
I
the
don't
Hunter,
either.
maybe. Craven the Hunter might have a good one.
He would have
Exotic
a good spread.
meats.
Yeah, he'd have
Yes.
some elegant game at least. Doctor Doom. I'd like to go to his castle. Be kind of scary. Thanos.
You'd only get half.
Food will be gone.
Yeah, I can just see how that goes. So, Thanos, how's Gamora doing? Peter Quill's there.
Yep. Out of the Guardians, who do you think would put on the best one? Sorry, I picked up.
The funnest one I think out of the Guardians would be I don't know. It's a tie between Groot and Drax. If they co-hosted a Thanksgiving dinner together, I would definitely come. And hopefully they'd actually have food that I can eat, because Drax would probably be like, "This is a legacy on my planet, but I can't."
A
eat it."
legacy.
Yes. And it'd be some kind of like alien animal or something that if I ate, I'd probably die. I don't know if Peter Quill would know how to host a Thanksgiving party, because he was like
8?
7 or 8 when he
Yeah,
came to. So I don't know if he would know. Yeah.
Completely different universe. The Boys.
Oh.
Let's talk about that one. Oh, I have a little visitor up here.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
why
big
you couldn't
visitor.
do your laptop.
Well, I definitely know I'm not going to Homelander's Thanksgiving party, because it would just be him and like some lingerie and a bunch of milk, and I don't want that.
And I think the Deep would have had sex with everything on the table.
And
If it was aquatic.
well, MM would be there making sure everything was clean. So you'd have the cleanest one if MM was there.
That would be the one I would go to. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you went to Huey's, it'd probably just be pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Butcher's would just be what? Cigarettes and
Cigarettes and whiskey.
yeah, Compound V maybe.
Oh, you got the V.
Then Queen Maeve. Yeah, I do.
Queen Maeve, I think, would just be a bunch of wine.
Well, she did Boink Butcher.
That's true. You should probably not be doing that.
Love Hammer. Was that his name? Love Sausage.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
No, I would not want to go to his.
No, not at all.
No, because he tricked us and be like, try this new flavor sausage. I'm like, I'm not trying that.
No, thank you.
But probably the most normal one would be, I think, Starlight's, because she's, a country bumpkin, right?
Yeah. She grew up in like Kansas or somewhere in the Midwest.
So she'd throw a great, dinner party that I would like to go to, yeah.
Until Homelander shows up and ruins it.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, because we've seen some actual examples, but you can't really say Rick and Jerry from Rick and Morty, because those always go sideways, and they just look very plain. But you're always going to be promised an adventure some way.
I'd like to go to a Meeseeks Thanksgiving just to give them a bunch of requests that they couldn't do.
And they try to kill you.
Why not?
So I think you guys would get a kick out of this one. What about in the Dragon Ball universe? Whose Thanksgiving gathering are you going to?
Oh
Chi-Chi's.
man, I wouldn't go there. You wouldn't get any food. Goku would eat it all.
Yeah.
Well, not if it's right after the Cell games.
That's true.
You couldn't go to any Saiyan's house because they eat like everything.
Yeah, even Vegeta, when he's hungry, he at least apologizes for it. Piccolo doesn't eat, so I think he would have a very bland Thanksgiving dinner.
You
What
and him
about-
just sitting at a table meditating.
Okay, I got Whis. You would go to Whis's.
Weiss and Beers would have the most, I guess, variety of food.
Yeah.
And the most appreciation for the food. So yeah, I would. I don't know. I don't see them hosting though. I see them being as guests.
The guests. Yeah.
Hoping that they
I think
don't destroy your
Uninvited
planet.
or invited.
Bulma always makes what looks really good, but it's so fancy. I wouldn't feel like I could eat it because it's too fancy.
Yeah, she's a little ritzy.
What about in our universe? What celebrity would you like to have Thanksgiving dinner with?
Before Green Lantern says anything, I already know he's gonna invite Ryan Reynolds wherever
Yeah.
to anything. Just like
Yeah,
I would
but
probably invite Hugh Jackman.
But do Canadians even celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah, like 2 weeks before us. Yeah, they've already had their Thanksgiving. They call this American Thanksgiving. Sorry to any Canadian watchers. I would invite, if I could invite 2 people, it would be Ryan Reynolds and The Rock, because that frees up other people for that group.
Would The Rock bring Kevin Hart in his fanny pack?
Most likely he would try.
I'm going to go with, because there's always that thing where it's what's the crazy uncle going to say at the table? It's going to cause a fight. Give me Dave Chappelle. That'd be just fun to hear him go off.
Yeah.
Plus, he'd be making fun of me and my family the entire time, and we'd just be laughing with him. Bet, Drew,
Yeah.
you look like you're having dinner with Mr. Freeze, getting some frozen dinners out there.
Can you see my breath?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
How
can I
cold
have-
is it up there?
What, I think 37 degrees, but just
Ugh.
it's nothing too bad. Because I would actually, you'd see my background, with my helmets, my gear, but for some reason my background's not coming off, which I guess it's all right because it's a Batcave. It makes sense.
That's okay. I think you got Nora Freeze back there, frozen, don't you?
Probably.
And that's a subject for another time. But why does DC have so many ice villains?
Yeah, I don't know, but there's Icicle, Mr. Freeze,
Icicle
Chillblade,
Jr.,
Icicle Jr.
Killer Frost.
Captain
Yeah.
Cold.
I think those might be representative of their critics for the movies. They just can't have a fun time.
True that. I know for Hokey Joker, you would love, I mentioned him earlier, Dominic Toretto. You would love to go to a Fast and Furious family dinner.
I've only seen one of the movies, and that was a waste of $10 in 2 hours.
That's
But-
because you didn't see the previous 12.
So actually, I did think of one. I would like to go to one in the Scooby Doo universe because I don't know how Shaggy and Scooby make that food, but it looks freaking delicious.
I have to give you that. That will probably be the most delicious Thanksgiving feast because they'd come up with some kind of crazy concoction and stuff.
And I could probably also unhinge my jaw and eat a sandwich that's that freaking big.
Okay, I'll do you one better. The one I would want to go to is the Scooby Natural universe, where they brought supernatural characters in there because we'd have to solve a mystery first before we could enjoy the dinner at the end of the show.
It's true. You got to work for your reward. Well, since you mentioned Supernatural, what about CW TV universe stuff like Arrow, Flash, Supernatural? I'll even throw in Smallville. A lot of it's DC themed. You got Riverdale. Any of those do it for you guys?
Stargirl, because they make a lot of good food for breakfast.
You know,
Okay.
honestly, to kind of jump back to the last video that I wasn't able to be a part of, the comic convention stuff, like if we did an Arrowverse or like an Arrowverse Thanksgiving, we've almost pretty much done that because, you know, Snowpocalypse 20, what year was that?
2016.
18? 16?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
'cause
pretty much already hung out with all of them.
But the only problem is with going to a Stargirl one is having Luke Wilson just look concerned at you the whole time, and then you probably have Owen Wilson there every time you take a bite. Wow,
Wow.
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 It's like
But
it's like a
Owen,
duck squeaky toy.
It would be Owen Wilson's character from Loki. Wow.
What was his name? Morbius?
Mobius.
Mobius. But yeah, I'm Pat Dugan, and here's a turkey sandwich for you. Okay. I don't. Thanks, Owen Wilson's brother.
All right.
Okay.
Well, guys, I think you should also give something that you're thankful for since this is a Thanksgiving video. Something
And you know
in
what
the comic nerddom universe that you're thankful for.
You know what I would be really thankful for? If you guys would smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. What's your favorite Thanksgiving tradition? What's your favorite dish? Do you like the stuffing, mac and cheese? What makes Thanksgiving incomplete? Who would you invite to your Thanksgiving dinner? Iron Man, Batman, Superman, Killer Croc. Who knows? But anyway, guys, as always,
Solomon Grundy.
Solomon Grundy want pants too. As always, I'm Hokey Joker.
Green Lantern.
I'm not true.
Cheers. Good night.